with Tracy in LA. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast, Dance Journey. Today, we have a very special guest, Giorgia Bertolotti.
Hi.
I had to look at it for a second.
No, that was so perfect.
Okay, Giorgia's from Italy, and I'm going to have her tell you how to say her last name.
Okay, it's Bertolotti.
Okay, I'm just not even going to attempt that, but I thought that sounds so beautiful.
You did
when
amazing.
She says it.
You did amazing.
So I'm so excited to interview Giorgia because I actually met her not that long ago, but she's like such a freaking cool person. And okay, so we're gonna talk about how we met, and then we're gonna talk about the class we just took. If we look sweaty, we are. Okay, we are. The last class we took was real, and we're gonna talk about it. But Giorgia, why don't you talk about the day we first met? Because you remember it very vividly.
Yeah, I mean, I came from Italy to LA. It was like, okay, sunny LA. It was like super rainy, like it was pouring. And it was like a Thursday, like 2 p.m. or something. I remember that. And it was like our friend's class. She's like teaching at like our dance studio. And I was so excited, and I went there, and it was like you and then like other 3 girls or something.
Yeah, it was this really small. So our friend Scarlett, who actually she was on the podcast as well. She did like a little session class at Millennium, and a few of us were there. So I met you there.
And then we were like talking before taking the class, and Trace was like, okay, I'm just gonna go film a podcast, and we were like, oh my god, a podcast with all this rain, oh my god, it's amazing. And then ever since, like, I started following her, and then because of the job that I do, like, I have like a lot of time that I'm like alone, and like I can't call my friends, my parents, because they're like in Italy, so different time. I'm like, I put the podcast on, and I have like a little friend talking to me, and then so like all dance related, so I love.
Oh my gosh, I love that, a little friend talking to you. What's your job where you don't get to talk to people a lot?
Yeah, I mean, I came here to work as a nanny. Okay. And like an au pair, so I work with inside a host family house. Like,
nice.
I'm there. I moved like 5 months ago.
Wow.
It's gonna be 6. Yeah, in April.
Wow.
And it's a great job. Like, I love working with kids, and it's so nice. Like, I'm also like Italian, so I can teach her something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's really nice. And then I have like a little girl. She's like my little sister, and like my little best friend. So,
oh, that's so cute.
We have so much fun together.
I love that. Did you had you ever visited here before you moved?
Yeah, I mean, I have like a college degree in American literature.
Oh, nice.
And like American, like the United States, have always been my passion. That's why I have the college degree. And like my graduation gift was to come here this summer, like last summer actually.
Yeah.
Because I have friends here. So I visited, and I fell in love with LA. Like literally, I think it's such a unique city. I mean, you can have the beach, you can have the city, you can have the valley, you can have the mountains. And I loved the culture. Like studying it was like fascinating, but like being there and like, you know, like talking to people and like see how the world works here, like it was so fascinating. So I was like, okay, I can go back to Italy and like go back to college because it works differently there.
Okay.
Like you do 3 years and you get a college degree, and then you have to do 2 years to become like a specialist or something.
2 years of what? Work or
like
school?
No, like school, like
more school,
more studying.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna take like a gap year and like come here and like practice what I've learned.
Oh, nice.
And like teach it to like kids. And so this was like the best thing ever. I'm like happier than ever. So
yeah. I know. So I recently realized Giorgia has a vlog on YouTube, and I started checking that out, and it's so cute.
Thanks.
And I can tell it just seems really sincere that you really love it here. You're like, I'm at Santa Monica Pier. But it's really cute. I was like, even someone who's lived in LA a long time, like, I was enjoying it. I was like, this is relaxing watching her at the beach. And,
I mean,
like,
I
so
started it. I've always seen like in movies or like pictures. I'm like, oh my God, I'm here in real life, you know? So it's like literally a dream.
Is there anything like, besides the fact that it was raining a lot for a while, is there anything that was kind of surprising or like different from what you thought it was going to be?
Well, fire season was like really scary.
Yeah, you came at an interesting
and like
time.
we don't have those things in Italy, so it was like super, super scary because I don't know what was going to happen. Like I couldn't call as I said, my parents, my family, because like of the time difference.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh God. And then we had to evacuate. So it was like super, super scary. And like,
Yeah.
even though like with the host family, I'm like also alone, you know, because I mean, the mom has to care about the kid.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm like, okay, we're gonna make through this. Yeah.
What a time to be in a new country and be a nanny living with the family, and then that happens. Like, I'm from Illinois, and I also I've experienced fires being somewhere, but I've never experienced like a fire where I had to evacuate, where it was that close to me. So it was also very scary for me. And my family in Illinois was like texting me, like, get out of your house. Like, what are you doing? Why are you waiting there? And like, it was just a very scary time. And I'm glad we're both okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And your house was okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay. We got like really scared because it was like a Friday something. And we just had dinner. And then my mom went outside and she comes back and she was like, oh my God, I see fire. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
What?
Yeah.
And we literally, like, not the actual fire, but like the flames and like the red thing from like the backyard. So we jumped in the car and drove all the way to Vegas because we wanted to go to San Diego, but it was like so packed.
Oh,
so I was
everyone
like,
went
no,
to San Diego.
Yeah, we're not gonna be stuck in traffic. So we went there. It was like really nice, and we got back home, and thank God our house was safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ended up having a really nice, like, forced vacation basically on a farm.
Really?
I like stayed with these friends of mine. Well, they don't like live on a farm, but they have some land and they have all these chickens and like fresh eggs, and they have 3 huge dogs. So I was just around these big dogs and these chickens and eating fresh eggs, and then my friend actually volunteers at an actual farm nearby. So I went with her and we saw like horses and goats and cows. This is what I was doing during the fires. It was I was like, wow. I just went from being super, super scared to like, now I feel like I'm just in the middle of nowhere on a farm enjoying these animals.
I love
and
it.
all this crazy stuff is happening. It was like my emotions were very strange during that time.
Yeah,
but
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like for real. It's like really hard.
Yeah,
for some reason.
that was just very interesting.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're back and we're praying for the people that I know. Like, so many people really did lose their houses, and it's really sad. But I'm really glad you're okay. And what were we talking about? Dance. Okay. So we want to talk about the class we just took, which was Shelby Fletcher.
Yes.
And I just discovered her recently. This was only my second time at her class, actually.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. I mean, I started taking Sam Nelson's class a few times recently, who's kind of similar teacher to her, similar style. But yeah, that was only my second time with Shelby.
What?
But
You were
I will say, well, thank you. I will say that I had practice leading up to taking her class because the class that Jess Keene, also our friend who takes this class, she, and also was on the podcast, she teaches her own class on Monday nights, every other Monday night, and she does a similar style as well. But meeting and becoming friends with Jess and taking her class, and just like it was a little bit less of a stressful atmosphere because there's only a few people and she's like my friend and she's taking a lot of time to show me the moves. So I think taking her class was helped me to build my confidence that I could do some of these moves maybe. And then taking Scarlett, who, I mean, her class is really hard and her combos are really long, but she's so nice and she also took time with me. And so I think working with Scarlett and Jess before I took those classes really helped me.
It helped, yeah.
So then I go to Shelby's and I'm like, okay, yeah, it is hard, but like I can do it. I can at least try to do it or whatever.
Yeah. Totally agree.
But yeah, how long have you been taking her class?
Well, like, funny thing is, like, Shelby was the first class I've ever took at Millennium.
Wow.
Yes. It was, like, my first class.
Did you know, like, had you seen her videos and stuff, or did you take it for a certain reason?
I remember, like, my host family went, like, to Santa Barbara or something because they had a wedding there. So I was, like, alone. It was, like, my first week being here. I was like, what am I supposed to do? So I'm going to go to take a class, like, to go take a dance class. And I'm, like, also really close to Millennium. So I went there. I was like, okay, do you have, like, any contemporary? Because, like, I have, like, a contemporary background.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, yeah, we just got Shelby, like, you want to take her class? And I was like, yes.
I love that you didn't even know what her style was.
Because I didn't have like the app downloaded or nothing. I mean, it was like literally, I was like,
you just literally
for 3 days.
Up. Yeah. You showed up here. You didn't even look at the schedule beforehand. You just showed up and you were like, is there a class? That's like hilarious. That feels like out of a movie.
Hey, I like a contemporary dancer. Do you have like a contemporary class? And they were like, yeah, there's Shelby. And I remember her coming. She was like, oh my God, they called me like 30 minutes ago. So I just made this comment in the car. And I was like, wow. Like, wow.
The amount of times I hear choreographies tell me they made up a combo in the car, I'm like, I hope that one day I can make up a combo in a car. Like, that's crazy.
And I still remember, it's like, in the back seat of the car.
Wait, that was the song?
Yeah, I loved it. It was, like, amazing.
She made it up in the car, and it was a song about the car. That's so funny. I really would love to see that dance if you have it somewhere.
And then I went, like, back that, like, 2 days after, and, like, retook it, like, 2 times. And I love it. Like, I love when they reteach, like, the same dance because, like, first time I kind of learned, like, the moves and, like, the timing, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, the second time I feel like it's really in my body and, like, I can express, like, the emotion. Like, I feel the music and I can connect to it. Yeah. So it was, like, really amazing. So Shelby has like, a special place in my heart. Because,
because she was your first one. Now, you have and we'll talk more about your background, but how your contemporary background now, is it similar to how Shelby does so much like floor work and kind of acrobatic style, or was that like a new type of thing
it was like
you?
Not like completely new because my background it's like contemporary and lyrical.
Okay.
Like ballet, lyrical, and contemporary.
Gotcha.
So like I was not used to all like those movements, like, you know, strong arms like hitting the floors, like as she says, go crazy, you know? Yeah.
I know today she was like, are you guys ready to go crazy? Yeah. I was like, I am, but it's a lot.
So it's like kind of hard at first, especially because I felt like my arms were really weak because I worked my whole life like to have really, you know, soft, smooth arms, you know, like swan lake arms, whatever. So it was kind of hard, but like as college, like she's so sweet and nice and she goes like over like the combos so many times. So it helped a lot. And I don't know, I'm always like grateful for her because I stepped into Millennium because of her.
That's amazing.
So,
I love that story. And wow, I didn't realize. I'm glad we took Shelby's class since that was like, that's part of your story. But Shelby's an amazing teacher. Definitely recommend taking her class. And even if you see the videos and feel scared of her moves, like she teaches them well. She gives you time to go over them. And I would say it's really not a class to be scared about. No. Like, I think you should just try it if you think it looks cool and you want to learn that type of thing. Just try it.
Yeah, and she's so supportive.
She's very supportive, like, very encouraging person. She's really nice.
So sweet.
But then she pushes you, too, until you're, like, dripping with sweat, which is good.
You're about to die.
Yeah. It's really fun. It makes you feel like you're about to die.
Yeah. But in a good way.
So we know you like Shelby's class. I know you take Shelby's class. What else? Tell me what your current, like, week looks like with dance. Like, what are you doing these days with dance?
Okay, so funny thing, as I said, I come from ballet and contemporary. I come here and all I found is like contemporary and like hip hop.
Yeah, especially at Millennium.
Like, yeah, especially like here in LA, like a lot of hip hop dancers, like so cool. And I've always been like super, super intrigued by hip hop, but we don't have it like that style like in Italy. Like we have it, but not like as much as here.
Okay.
And so like right now I joined a company like Core Academy.
Core Academy, nice.
Kayla and Alex company. And so yeah, because I mean I've always went to her classes on Saturday. Like I usually work throughout the whole week, and then I dance like Friday or Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, which is like was kind of hard at first because like in Italy I dance like every single day.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a change.
Yeah. But it's like now that I can come here, like usually spend my whole Saturday at dance, and then Friday I take like privates with Scarlett or like another class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and like I feel like I'm getting stronger as a dancer, maybe because I'm not like in the studio every single day, and so when I go I really like focus and like push myself because I know like I have like that amount of time, you know?
Yeah.
And like it's like a different training, but I love it, and I feel like I'm getting stronger as a dancer.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like I take hip hop usually Saturday morning, and then I take Shelby after, and then like I join the academy like in the afternoon. And then
so usually you do Core Academy afterwards.
After Shelby's, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shelby's is so exerting. Like it's really fun, but it can be really exhausting. And I also used to take Kayla's hip hop class a while ago, and I also know that is also very exerting and exhausting. I do not know how you do Kayla's, and then you come to Shelby's.
Like passion and love.
And this girl, you are accurate that you put everything into it. Like, I feel that emotion, and you're thrashing, and you're just giving it so much. And I'm like, this girl's been working hard since whatever time Kayla's class is. And then you go to another class that's actually like...
It's like 2 hour.
Where you're actually performing, like you're learning dances to perform too, so that's even extra, pressure. But I know what you mean about like taking less classes, but then you're still growing, because kind of similar in my life, I used to take class almost every day, and I do still take a lot of class, but I have less money right now, and so there's a few that I always take, and then there's just any free class I see, I'll grab it.
It's amazing.
So, but it is less than I used to do. But I actually feel like I've grown more because it's forced me to take different teachers.
Exactly.
So that's growing me. And then also giving my body rest, actually, I think is making me better.
That's true.
It's like, because I was dancing like every day and I was growing, but I'm like, oh, when I'm not dancing every single day, my body's like actually resting and rebuilding the bone and muscles or whatever happens during that time. And then when I get to class, I have more energy because I'm like, oh, I haven't danced in a day or two.
Same.
So now I'm like really here. So I totally get what you mean by that.
Totally. And like also like it's really different because in Italy I was like in a studio. And so we like worked the whole year for the final show. And like we wanted like the routines to be perfect.
Yeah.
And this kind of was not that good for like me because I'm such a perfectionist.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
working the whole freaking year for like a show or for like a dance.
Wow.
Like I was like, okay, this has to be perfect. But like at the same time I was not learning like new steps, I was like working with the same teacher, the same combo for like 6 months straight.
Wow. Okay.
So like here it's like literally a different world.
Yeah.
Like you learn new moves every single week.
Yeah.
And like new teachers and like new music, And so I don't really focus on my perfectionism, which I mean I do because I want the dance to look like cool and like good, But like I'm literally focusing on how to use my muscles, like muscle memory, and like how to really learn a combo and like perform like in like an hour and a half.
And you're doing so good. And
Thanks.
I want to talk about, because you just had a performance.
Yeah.
So can you share a little, can you first share how you ended up becoming part of Core Academy?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So I wanted to tell you about my new book, The Tracy in LA Newsletters 2010. This is my very first memoir. There will be more. It's not like a normal memoir where you're looking back on your life and reflecting on it and writing a book about it. It's more like a memoir in real time. So basically, when I very first moved to LA to pursue acting, which was in 2009, I decided I was going to write these like monthly newsletters where I sent out actual letters in the actual mail to a bunch of my friends every month to give them updates on what I was doing with acting and jobs and friendships and all kinds of things that I was going through my very first time ever living in LA. It ended up being pretty humorous, and so I've basically gone back and edited them so that I could publish them as a book. So that's what this is, and yeah, if you want to be entertained and have a good laugh, buy my book, or if you just want to help me pay my rent next month. Oh, and you can get it on Amazon. The Tracy in LA Newsletters 2010 by Tracy Nicole. Nicole is my middle name. Also, there's a link in my Instagram bio. You can get it paperback or on Kindle.
So, I mean, as I said, I take Kayla's classes every single Saturday because I love her.
That's hip-hop.
That's all I live for, Like, she's amazing. I was so intimidated at first. Because
Really?
I was like, yeah. I'm like a ballet dancer, so, like, my feet are turned out.
Yeah.
Like, hip-hop, like, how do I shake my head? Like, all of that, But, like, she's amazing. She's, like, the sweetest person ever. And, like, as Shelby, like, she pushes you and, like,
she's so good.
she wants the best from you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like taking her classes, like, you meet people there and like friends, and we were talking and like they were all like, oh my god, but like you're so great, like you've been here for 5 months and you only come Saturday, like you know, that she has a company, so talk to her, you should join.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna talk to her, and she was like, oh my god, yes, I wanted to ask you about this.
Oh,
like,
cool.
join the company. I mean, it's like pretty much the same training, like, you know, a lot of core, like a lot of, you know, heart training.
Yeah.
And then like the difference between classes, it's like you're in a company, so you're gonna have like personal feedback, and like obviously you have more opportunities, which is like, okay, it's really nice, but I have a job, you know. They're like, no, it's totally fine. Like, it's Saturday in the afternoon, so you can do it. Like, we believe in you. So I was
Wow.
like so inspired.
That's so
and
cool.
Yeah, so cool. So I joined the academy, and literally I'm like the happiest I've ever been.
How long have you been doing that for?
I would say like a month and a half right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you were already in a show.
No, like it was so crazy. Like I joined the academy, and it was like Saturday. And then they were like, okay, like next Saturday we have like a shooting, like we have a video that we need to shoot, so you want to be in it? I'm like,
Oh, wow.
what's the combo? Like,
That's
what are you guys
crazy.
doing? So I learned that in literally one like class.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we shoot the video. It was like amazing.
Where did you shoot it?
Timely
Oh,
Studios.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one you have posted?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we
Okay,
did like
cool.
a trio, and then we did like solos. It was like amazing. And then I'm like used to work with Kayla, like she's my teacher, my choreographer. But like we also worked with Alex, which I've never met before. I never took like his classes. And it was like so sweet. Like everyone is like so, like I don't know. I feel so motivated when I come here, and that's also why I love LA. You know, everyone's like, okay, you can do it. You got this.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's like so supportive, which
Yeah.
I love. And then, yeah, like, after the shooting, we went back to training, and then it was like, okay, in 2 weeks we have a show. I'm like, okay.
You're like, oh, wow. Like, you went right into the training, and then you're like, a music video, and then a show.
Yeah, exactly,
Wow.
like a show. And we did 2 dances, and then, like, the finale all together. At first, I was, like, so nervous because it was, like, Monday and Tuesday, which I work. And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, I don't want to leave my job, you know? Like, I have to work. That's my number one priority
Yeah.
right now. But like the family understood, and like
Oh,
they're so
cool.
nice. So yeah, I was able to go like Saturday and then Sunday for like tech rehearsals in the theater, and then like Monday and Tuesday we had a show. Like we actually had 3 shows in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, Tuesday was like sold out, and I loved it. It was like the best thing ever.
If you go on Georgia's Instagram, like it looked so fun,
Yeah,
and it
so
just I
fun.
loved seeing all the people, and
No,
just
but,
everyone
like-
had so much joy.
Yeah, for real, like, the audience was, like, insane. Like, I'm used to Italy. Like, okay, I was, like, in ballet shows or, like, contemporary shows, but, like, people usually clap, like, at the beginning of the dance and, like, at the end, you know? Here I felt like I was, like, I don't know, like, I was famous. I was, like, performing in a concert. Like, people were screaming. They were like, yay, let's
I
go.
feel like part of being at Millennium is not just training to dance, but it's training to how to cheer.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this is the main studio where people, yeah, you feel famous when you're just going in your little
Exactly.
group in
Exactly.
class
Yeah.
because everybody's cheering so
Yeah.
much. And like, I never used to do that much in my other classes I used to take. And like, because I'm just used to kind of relaxing and watching the person or marking it on the side, and I'm like, oh, people really cheer here, and you don't realize how good that feels until the people are doing
Yeah,
it for you, and you're like,
literally.
oh, that actually pumps me up a lot. So
Totally, yeah.
I used to feel, I mean, I still sometimes feel awkward, like, what do I say exactly, or what do I?
Yeah.
Because some people sound so cool when they're cheering, and I'm like, I sound weird when I'm cheering. I used to think that.
Like,
So-
yes, come on.
But you have to just like get used to it and get over it, because it really does help people, and it's fun to just like motivate each other. And I love that like they were like that at the show,
Yeah, it was,
and
like, amazing.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait. How many rehearsals did you have for that? Like hardly any, right?
2 Saturdays.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be in a show on May 10th with a company called LA Unbound, and we rehearsed for like, it's actually Jess has a piece in it, so I'm going to be in her piece, which is
Okay.
exciting. But like, we rehearsed for like 4 months, once a week. So you're all like, we rehearsed twice and did this. Like, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
it feels crazy, but then at the same time, when you watch people in class, half the time it looks like a performance. And like, literally, they learn that in 30 minutes, and I could watch that on stage. So, I mean, they kind of train you to be able to perform very quickly, and I think that's part of the training, so that's really cool.
Totally.
I love that you're able to, like, do that around your job, and that they're, like, working with you, and they're like, no, we want you to do... That's what pushed me a lot, dancing in LA, too, is just the teachers. The teachers, like, I used to do it, like, kind of more for fun. I mean, it's still for fun, but, like, the first time I had a teacher say to me, like, say something, like, I had a teacher basically give me, like, a guest spot in her class, like, every week after she saw how committed I was. It made me feel like, wow, someone, like, believes in me. Someone believes that I could grow and be good at this potentially. Like, that feeling of a teacher, like, believing in you, it really keeps you going and makes you want to just, like, work so hard.
Yeah, and
it's awesome.
That's literally what I love. Like, even if, like, Millennium, it's a really big, like, important studio, like, don't be scared by it, because, like, it's, like, the best environment ever.
Yeah.
And, like, you're gonna meet, like, amazing people, like, amazing choreographer. And, like, it's literally my family. Like, I feel like now I have 3 families. Yeah, which is, like, the nicest
like,
feeling.
your actual family, your nanny family, and Millennium
like,
family.
my dance
That's
family.
great.
Yeah,
3
especially now that I'm,
families.
like, in an academy.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, everyone's, like, my family.
That's
now.
great.
Yeah.
How many people are in it? Like, a lot,
I'd say, like,
right?
a lot. Like, in the company, like, a lot. Maybe, like, 200. Like, my group, it's, like, 12 or, like...
So they have,
13.
like, different groups? They kind of divide people?
Yeah, they divide
Oh,
people. Like, you have the
interesting.
junior crew, then you have the core crew, then you have, like, the advanced group, like, the intermediate, you know, like... And then they have, like, the Hyla company, which is, like, the biggest thing.
Oh,
they do, like,
okay.
contemporary, like, hip-hop. Like,
Oh, cool.
They're, like, kind of professionals, basically, yeah.
So is it, like, a lot of people stay in it, and then they kind of, like, maybe work their way up a little bit?
Yeah.
So are you kind of at the, like, first thing?
Like,
which
I'm
is
beginner, intermediate.
Okay.
And then if I want to, like, jump into the next one, I'll be, like, core crew or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that for you.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
so cool. So it's mostly, like, Saturdays
Yeah.
are your crazy dance days. So thank you for fitting in the podcast. Also a dance thing, but not actual dancing. And then it sounds like your family that you work for is a little bit flexible if maybe some things come up. So that's really cool.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And yeah, so now I want to hear, we all probably want to hear kind of your story growing up with dance and in Italy and everything.
Yeah.
So, like, how did you first get started to dance when you were really little, or what age?
Oh, this is so funny.
Yeah.
Like, my mom put me into dance class when I was, like, 3.
Okay.
Like, ballet class.
Yeah.
But, like, I was scared by the teacher. Because, like, she used to yell, you know, like...
Oh.
You know, I was,
At
like,
3-year-olds?
really... Yeah, like,
Oh,
really
man.
strict. So I was, like, crying. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. But, like, all my friends went. I was like, okay, maybe it's just me. But, like, growing up, I was always, like, posing and, you know, like, doing all that stuff. So when I was, like, 6.5, 7, my best friend was like, okay, I really want to start dancing. Like, we should ask our moms, you know, all of that. I was like, okay, yeah, let's do that. So we went to our moms. I was like, okay, we want to dance. And, like, because I have my best friend, so we went together. And
Was
it was
it
like,
a different studio or the same
No, it was
studio?
the same one. It was the same
You
one.
hadn't gone back since you were, like, 3? Or
No.
Okay.
No. It was, like, the same one, but then I had my friends. I mean, I was kind of growing up, so
Yeah.
I understood. And it was great, but it was, like, all ballet. Like, all ballet.
Did you like ballet?
I loved it, yeah,
Okay.
because I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
So I'm, like, I love, like, being perfect, like, really
Yes.
studying the movements. And then, I mean, when you're young, you don't really dance that much. It's just, like, technique or, like,
Right.
learning, you know, how to move. And then my friend left because, like, she went into swimming, but I loved it so much. I was, like... a totally different approach, you know, like, okay, I'm alone, whatever, I love it. So I continued. And then when I was, like, in middle school, I think, I joined, like, contemporary classes. I was, like, ballet and contemporary at the same time.
Did they have that at that studio or a different studio?
Yeah, same.
Okay.
It's, like, my teacher owns, like, the studio. Like,
Okay.
all by her own.
Okay.
And then,
Wow.
we have, like, different teachers coming. So, like, I have a different teacher for contemporary.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love, like, contemporary lyrical. It's, like, my favorite style. Yeah,
I
because...
know. What did you think when you first took contemporary? Was that, like, did that feel weird because you hadn't, like, danced exactly like that, or?
No, really. Like, it didn't feel weird
Okay.
at first. No, because it was, like, really technical, and then I felt like kind of a relief because, you know, ballet, it's, like, really really strict. And then contemporary was like, okay, I need to have my leg up here, but at the same time, like, if I have my leg here, it's not that bad, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's all about movement, like, connecting, and I love expressing emotions,
Yeah.
which, like, sometimes for ballet, you cannot do it. And like in contemporary, like it doesn't really matter if you like open your mouth and do
Yeah.
this, which I love. Like it's not that I force it, like it comes natural,
Yeah.
like to express emotions. So I loved it, and yeah, that's it.
Wow. So then you just kept taking contemporary,
Yeah.
and then did you do that through like ballet and contemporary through high school and stuff?
Yeah.
And then you said you went to school out there,
Yeah.
right? And then, but you got a degree in American literature.
I was
Now,
like
what-
doing dance and like school at the same time.
Wow.
So yeah, and then at one time I was also like swimming. I was like a swimmer.
Oh.
So I was like, okay. And then
You're like-
when I joined like contemporary, I left like swimming.
Okay.
So yeah.
You're like, my friend's doing swimming, I guess I'll do swimming.
Yeah.
But then you came back to dance.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just so fun because I mean, I was always like going to dance because of someone else, And like now I'm here by myself and like
Wow.
I'm literally doing what I love.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of happy. So
That's so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
What made you choose American literature?
Oh, well, I mean, in high school, it's different. Like in Italy, I know like here in high school, you basically study all subjects. Like in Italy, it's different because you have like special like high schools. Like if you want to focus on maths, you go like to a certain high school.
Okay.
If you want to focus on languages, you go to another
I
high
see.
school. And so I've always loved languages. Don't know why. I mean, it was just my passion. I hate maths so bad. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to go into maths. I'm not going to go into science. I love languages. Like, I love talking to people and, like, learning about different cultures. And so I went to, like, my high school was, like, focused on languages, did Spanish, English, and French.
Oh, wow.
And there I studied English literature, which was my favorite subject. Like, I literally loved it. So it was like, at the end, I was like, okay, this means something. Like, I want to focus on literature because I love reading. I love, like, culture and, like, society, history, all of that. But I was like, okay, but I did, like, 5 years studying English, like, English literature,
Yeah.
which I love. I want to step into something new. And so college, they had English and American. I was like, why not American? I mean, everyone's like, okay, America doesn't have like a lot of history, which is true, but at the same time, you have a lot. It was like amazing. So I did my 3 years of college and got my degree. It was like Washington Irving, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow specifically. Yeah, and yeah, I'm like really proud I got like the maximum votes. I was like really proud.
What do you mean you got the maximum of votes?
It was like the best score. I don't know how you say it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, like of everyone in your like year or something?
No, like like it's like you can get 30
okay.
out of 30.
Oh, okay.
And I got like 30 out of 30 and like a plus.
This was on your like final paper,
Yeah,
or
my
that was
thesis, my
for that
thesis.
book.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was like a really hard time. Like college was like kind of the worst time of my life.
Wait, why was it the worst? Just
no,
like stressful?
Yeah, so stressful. Like
And you were dancing too.
yeah, I was dancing
Wow.
and like working. I was like tutoring kids, so it was like a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you like? Obviously, you're a nanny now, but like when you were in college, was there were you like? Was there something specific you wanted to do with American literature, or did you want to teach, or like did you want to write?
I would love to teach. I'm not like a writer. I love reading and I love teaching. Like that's why I'm also like a nanny, because I love like spreading what I know.
Yeah.
Like whatever it's like a dance teacher, like a teacher like in school. I just love working with people, being in contact with people, and just share what I know. Like what am I gonna do with like all the things that I know? I just want to share with somebody. It's like
Yeah.
talking, like you want to share your experiences, the things like you get to experience. So I don't know, I just love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're obviously such a hard worker.
Yeah.
I'm like, as crazy as your life is right now, maybe it feels less than like college.
Yeah, for sure.
College, oh man, yeah. High school and college for me were like pretty, I mean, they were amazing times, but they were also just stressful in the sense that they were so busy because I worked through high school and college too. And I wasn't really dancing much during that time, but yeah, I can't imagine. And with dancing and everything.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now you mostly do contemporary and hip hop. Are you still doing any ballet or not
No.
really? Okay.
No.
Okay. Do you miss it?
Not that much. No, I feel like I'm totally like a different version of myself. Like
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
like ballet, it's like another me. Like bye bye.
Like, this is the American version
Yeah.
of me,
Yeah.
and in the Italian version does ballet.
Yeah. No, but I love it. Like this summer when I came here, I was like in another area, and I was like close to Brea, So I went to the Space TV.
Oh, okay.
Which is like such like an amazing studio.
I don't know. I can't remember if I've been there before.
It's
but
like amazing, and I met like Autumn Miller, like amazing
Oh,
dancers.
cool. Yeah,
amazing
she's good.
dancers. And I took 2 classes there. I took like a contemporary and lyrical from Mark Meismer, which is like,
Oh my
God, he's like
gosh.
the
That's
best, you know.
awesome.
And that's also like what made me fell in love with like how dance is like here in LA, you know, like. I don't know, I just love, like, the environment. Everyone's so supportive, and, like, I love literally, like, learning fast and, like, performing, like, dancing. And then I love this thing about filming that you have here in LA, because, like, I know it can get scary sometimes, like, dancing in front of the camera, because you think, like, okay, I have to be perfect. But at the same time, it's like, no, like, you don't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's just, like, a learning tool. Like, you're gonna look at yourself, and you're like, okay, I don't like how I move my arms here, so you improve. That's what I did. Like, at first when I like started doing hip hop, I was like, okay, my arms like feel really weak, so I really want to hit those accents, you know, and work on my arms, which I did. So like filming helped me a lot.
Oh yeah, I love that you bring that up, because I think a lot of people kind of put down the filming thing, or they kind of like knock it in LA of like, oh, all the classes are just obsessed with filming, or they're obsessed with social media or something. But like, actually, yeah, it's been really helpful for me too. Like, when I first started doing dance, we never took videos. And so I did dance for years without ever taking like even one video. And I loved it, and it was fine. But now I'm like, oh, what a great tool to be able, because I never knew if I really looked good or not. I just left being like, oh, that felt awesome, or that felt, which is great. It's good to know how it feels, but that's not always really the truth of like what's happening.
Yeah, and like what I notice, it's like when I dance, I don't really look at myself in the mirror. Like I look at myself, but not actually, you know? So like having like a video, I'm like, okay, this is like amazing, because I can work on like the things I want to fix. So
no, it's so true. And yeah, it's been, and just like dance is a performing art, right? So I think like it's exciting to do it on camera, because then someone could actually enjoy it also, possibly, if it ends up being good.
And like even if it's not that good and you post it, like Instagram story, like post, it's so amazing because of like the feedback you get. Like I have like such a my family, as I said, because I post all these videos and like everyone's commenting on it, so it's like so amazing, like the support you get from people. Like
it's just like it's a really good dance community. It's like, a lot of the things I post, because I mean, if you follow me, you know that I post stuff that doesn't look great like all the time, but that's just my journey of like, I kind of want to show like the journey and the training part of it. But different seasons of my life, I have different dance friends that I'm closer with depending like where I'm training, and like those people are more invested because they're like, oh, they're seeing me every day and they're seeing me grow, and so they're excited to encourage me. So it might not be like the whole planet that's watching and encouraging me, but like it's the people that I'm training with during that season. But then when you do once in a while have like an actually pretty good video, or like you improved in some way, then like more people get excited, and it's like fun. I think it's just like fun to kind of see like where you're going and how you're improving, and it's so helpful to just watch yourself, and it's so helpful to learn how to do stuff in front of a camera and not just like get nervous and forget everything, because like that's how I used to be when I would the first time like someone videoed me, or like the first time a professional video was there, it was like all of a sudden like I'm looking down, like I'm forgetting part of it, I'm like so stressed out, and like now I have a little bit of nerves, but it's like I can have fun with it. I'm like, ooh, a camera. Yeah,
exactly.
Give it to me.
Exactly. It's so fun to play with the camera,
like,
you know?
And I'm sure you're getting this similar experience with like doing stuff on stage too. It's like I'm sure there's like a little bit of nerves with that. Like, did you perform a lot when you were in Italy, or was it more class?
No, we had like shows every single like year, like Christmas time and then summertime. I don't get that nervous like going on stage because I love to perform.
Nice.
Like I love being actually in front of a camera and like having the lights on, like the audience. That's actually what dance is.
Yeah.
You know? Like you learn and then you share.
Yeah.
Again, this sharing thing is like a lot for me. And I don't know, I just always loved it. But also like if this thing about camera like makes you scary, like I would say don't be scary. Like if you don't want to get filmed, like you can say, okay, I don't want to get filmed. So like you can still take the class, which is like also something that I love. Yeah. Like even when they're filming professionally. Yeah. Like if you don't want to be in the video, like you just say no.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
And people have complained sometimes like, oh, at Millennium, you know, half the class is taken up with filming or something. I'm going to tell you that when I take a class like Shelby's or Sam's, I am more than happy to watch people dance for as long as they want to, because I am so exhausted. I told Jess, I'm like, I've never in my life been more happy to watch 1 million people go in groups, because you still dance a lot. It's not like you're going to class and you're like, oh, I didn't really get to dance because they're doing videos. I mean, these teachers are very good at being efficient with the time and making sure everyone can dance a lot. And I will tell you, I dance so much that I'm like, please let me sit down and watch some people for a little while, because I'm
so inspired by it. And it's so amazing.
And it is part of class. To me, it is part of training to watch people who are really good do their thing, because I was just talking about that today. I learned so much from watching everyone, and even watching everyone, because everybody has different ways they do things. Like I was talking about how Giorgia was just like really getting so into it, so emotional, so much like just your whole body and like thrashing it. With the dance today was a lot of really thrashy, but so like I see that and I'm like, oh, that's cool, I want to be more like that. And then I see other things other people are doing and I'm like, oh, it's not like I want to be anyone, it's just like, oh, there's little things people do that I'm like, oh, I could apply that and it can still be my style, but I can like apply some of this stuff, this technique and skill that they have, because it's just, and like you said, dance, it's performing, so it is also about sharing. It's not just like, if you're just doing art and nobody's ever seeing it, like the point of art is to share it. And so you might only do a show once or twice a year. I mean, you're probably gonna do like 50, but but like for most people, they might not do a show that often. And so I think it is cool to get more opportunities to share. So I've been really grateful for like social media and stuff. And I mean, it's important to not get caught up in like the amount of likes and stuff like that. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know, I think it's helpful to be like, oh, it's interesting that people liked this and didn't like this. I really liked this, you know, or I really like the one they didn't like. You know, it's interesting. It's like you're going to like what you like and dance how you want to dance. Yeah. And some people will like certain things over others just because they like the song better or whatever, or maybe it's just something new you did, so they're excited about it. Like, so I don't want to get caught up in that, but at the same time, it is really nice just to be able to share and like.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and you seem very comfortable on camera, because like I said, Giorgia, she has a vlog and everything, so please check it out. It's very fun and cute, and I feel like your personality is so like sincere and joyful and just like excited. So it's like just fun to watch you. I'm sure people are drawn to you, like your personality as well as like your dancing, but yeah, so cool. We're getting close to the end here, so I'm trying to think if there was other questions that so you danced at this, it's called the Space
TV.
The Space TV. Yeah. Where is that?
In Brea.
All right, okay. I don't think I have been there, actually. No. So the Space TV, Millennium, and have you tried any other studios yet here?
No.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because I'm like, I know she's like always at Millennium, but also you live close to here, and it's amazing. Yeah, and you have amazing. One day, you're like doing all your classes in a row.
Exactly.
So it makes sense. Yeah. But it'll be fun if down the road too, like it would be cool if to see like if you other find studios. Any other ones that you like. Yeah. You can always ask me, because I'm a big studio hopper. So and then let me think. I want to just really quick, when did you start vlogging, or what made you want to do that? Okay. Did you do that? You did it in Italy too, right?
Yeah. I actually started posting on YouTube my solos that I choreographed when I was like 12 or 13.
Cool.
Which now if I look back at them, I'm like, what am I doing?
I bet they're so cute. No, are they still on YouTube?
Yeah, don't watch it.
I want it.
They're so embarrassing.
Oh my gosh, you were 12. You don't have to be embarrassed. That's cute.
That's so embarrassing. And then I actually started posting on YouTube when it was like COVID time in Italy, like 2020. Oh, okay. When we were like stuck in our house. Yeah. And I was like looking at all these dance tutorials and like dance classes on YouTube. And I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. Like I dance, like even if I'm like stuck in the house, you know? Yeah. So I want to do the same things like for other people. So I started like filming like tutorials, how to do a split, how to do a back pin, how to become more flexible.
I think I saw that.
Which was like 2020, which is like 5 years ago from now, which is like crazy. So crazy. And then I loved it. As I said, I love being in camera, and like you see, like, I always are, like, teaching, like, sharing what I know. And then I got, like, a really great feedback from, like, people. And so it's like, okay, maybe I could do this. I got, like, my first camera, like, my first professional camera. But then, like, I was like, okay, I don't have, like, a dance studio. Like, I don't own a dance studio. Like the videos that I can film, it's like, I mean, what should I do? Like, splits or, like, something. Like, I don't have a space, you know? And so I was like, okay, maybe I can switch, like, to something else, like, to everyday life, you know, vlogs, which I love, because literally podcasts and YouTube are, like, the only things that I watch. Like, I don't watch, like, TV
love
or...
podcasts and YouTube as
like,
well.
podcasts and YouTube, it's, like, my thing.
Yeah.
So I, like, started doing, like, filming those videos, and then, especially when I came here this summer, I was like, okay, I want this to, like, not only be a memory, like, in my head, but I really want this to be filmed, and, like, I can look back when I grow, you know, when I get older. And so I filmed all of it, and then, like, I love the process of editing. Like, I think it's so nice. I mean, it is really frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, really, and, like, really annoying. But, like, I don't know, I love it so much. Like,
What program do you use?
I use, like, both iMovie and Final Cut Pro.
Okay.
Yeah, which is like, ooh, they're kind of hard too.
Yeah,
you know?
iMovie for some reason has frustrated me in the past, but I have used Final Cut in the past, and I used Adobe Premiere in the past, but right now I'm using DaVinci Resolve.
Oh,
you heard of that?
Yeah, heard of it.
But yeah, I'm the same as you. Like, I like editing, but also, man, I've had to watch so many YouTube tutorials for things I've tried to figure out, and, like, it's fun, but also it can be, there can be moments of frustration where you're like, because if you're a creative person who likes doing it, you just want to be able to do it, but then there's some things that are like you really have to learn or, like, fix, and it's like, it can be, like, so frustrating when you're just, I just want to make it happen, you know?
Yeah, but it's so nice, like, filming, like, having those videos, because it's not, like, only a memory in your head. Like, you're gonna have it forever. Like, if YouTube doesn't die, of course. Like, you're gonna have it there forever. Is I still need to edit my video, like, when I went to Praia, like, to the Space TV. So it's gonna be the next one, but fun. I don't have time to do it anymore.
I don't know how you're finding time for anything, but that's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I love that you're doing that. Do you, at the end here, do you have any advice you want to give to other dancers or people thinking about, like, you kind of already said some stuff, but is there anything else you wanted to share?
I'd say, like, literally believe in yourself and, like, what you love. That's what I would say. Like, don't be scared.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason to be scared. It's just like a dance class. So just go have fun, push yourself, like, try your best. And you're going to have such the best time. And, like, don't be afraid to talk to people, because they're going to be, like, your second family. And, like, everyone's there to learn, to dance, to support you. So just do it. Like, as I said, like, I went into Millennium. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, do you have a contemporary class? Just go for it, you know? Like, it's amazing. Like, it can literally change your whole life. Like, it's amazing. So, yeah.
Agree. Well, that's pretty much it, Georgia. Yay. Thank you so much for making time and sharing your story. And I'm sure more and more people are going to just want to get to know you and follow your journey. So thank you guys so much for listening and following along. And please like and subscribe and all those things. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Yay.